How are you doing today? My name is Rick Kaufman with the Kels Group, aka the Drowning Warriors in the Kelsey Code. I want to talk to you about the truth about drowning. Drowning, it happens to ordinary people like myself. Back in 1993, my daughter Kelsey, she was at a public pool along care of a babysitter. Her older sister was attending swim lessons. She drowned 8 feet in front of a lifeguard. You might be asking, how in the world could something like this happen? Well, for the sake of time, I can't go over all the details about that, but that's one of the areas that we focus on, is how these things happen. And number two, how can we prevent them from happening? Okay, but I believe that water safety drowning prevention is a public health crisis because the numbers haven't changed over the last 26 years. Roughly 1,000 children have been drowning every year since my daughter drowned. So I've looked at other industries and other movements, such as Mothers Against Drunk Driving, Click It and Ticket, for example. They took a message, don't drink and drive, to a particular segment of people, and they educated and changed a whole business structure as far as their behavior. They didn't go out of business, they still sell drinks, right? But the thing about it is, they also educated the public, and they instituted a program called the Designated Driver Program. Now we now have Uber and Lyft. So, with that being said, let's look at some other things that might be around this. All right, the Insurance Institute of Highway Safety. The reason why I talk about this is because they made a drastic change. In 1993, there was roughly 1,000 children that drowned. In 1993, there was 1,221 children ages 13 or younger that lost their life in a car accident. Okay, one thing I know, 100% of the people get into a car. I don't know what the percentage of the people that get into a pool, but let's just say it is equal. All right, fast forward to 2017, population increases by 60 million people. All right, still 1,000 children drowned that year, and that's also backed up by the AAP, which is the American Association of Pediatrics. They've also reduced their numbers where they suggest children start to learn to swim from ages 4 to 5 down to the age of 1. They understand that there's a problem here. So, what did the numbers show in 2017? It showed a reduction of fatalities in automobile accidents to 667. Still 1,000 children drown. Okay, I believe it's a public health crisis. It's an education problem. There are so many things, but we look at this, and I've talked with there are 1,000 aquatic professionals, and they've all told me the same thing. And I'll share that here in a future presentation. But here's the thing. We have an opportunity to change our message and change how we conduct and change behavior of people. And I want to share one thing here with you about an aquatics director. Her name is Jamie Clout. She is the aquatics director of Bristol, Connecticut with the Parks and Recreation there. And she shared with me she's a very passionate person, let me just say, very, very passionate about, creating change. But when she learned about our story and about our message and what we're about, there's not a day that goes by that she doesn't look at her own little child and think of my daughter Kelsey. And so she is inspired with a new mission to create change, but she takes this to her workplace every day. What would that do for your staff to be able to be motivated to the point that they want to take personal responsibility to not only ensure that the people there are safe, but also the people in their community are safe and educated? So, that's what we're about at the Kels Group, and we want to share this information with you. We want to share our project with you, our Kelsey Code with you. And so from that standpoint, there's power in numbers, and we can do this together. So I want to thank you for taking your time out of today and let me share with you. Thank you.